So hi, I am Dr. Janet Courtney and I'm founder of FirstPlay Therapy. And FirstPlay Therapy is an infant play therapy model, but it's also an infant mental health model. And the reason I call it FirstPlay is, well, guess what? It's the first type of play that that us humans have in life. And that type of play is maybe think about observing a young child with a mother, and that child sitting on that mom's lap, and they're singing to their baby and they're playing peekaboo with that baby. We know now that it's absolutely, without a doubt, that we have to have those experiences. It is not optional. And the neuroscience that exploded in the 1990s showed through brain scans and neuroimaging how important it is to the wiring up of the brain, and how, and sadly, detrimentally, the children that did not get those type of early FirstPlay type of experiences, the impact, detrimental impact that it had on them. And one thing we know about touch is that it releases that really, really important hormone that we call it the love hormone, and that hormone is called oxytocin. And if a child is stressed, an infant is stressed, and all that cortisol is running through their body, we do know through research that if that's provided good, caring, loving, nurturing touch, that the cortisol goes down while immediately decreases, while the oxytocin is released, and that calming hormone is there for the child. So FirstPlay Therapy has its foundations in developmental play therapy that was developed by Dr. Viola Brody, and she was a pioneer in the play therapy field. I had the privilege to be able to work closely with Dr. Brody, who actually was on my dissertation committee and helped me design my research into developmental play therapy and touch, practitioners' experiences of touch. So as a play therapist, when I first started in the 1980s working with infants in foster care and adoption, at that time I was just getting my feet wet and learning all about play therapy, everything that I could understand about it. Well, guess what? Most of the play therapy trainings at that time, and also through the 90s, well, they focused on the older children, 3 and up. And I needed that type of understanding. I had to understand how to work with the older children through the symbolic level of play, and working with children through the materials that we offer them in the office. However, working with infants and taking our work to infants as play therapists is a whole different ballgame. Now imagine this. Imagine a parent walks into the office with their baby, and so then the therapist walks out, takes the baby from the parent, brings them into the playroom, and says, oh, by the way, what we're going to do is confidential. It would be absurd. No, you have to have interventions for infants that are relational, that involve the parents within that type of intervention. So that's where the FirstPlay Therapy has evolved from. So it is a manualized program. I'll show you the manual here. And this is the parent manual. And in the certification program the model that I offer and provide in the training, you learn this parent manual. You learn how to implement this parent manual with parents in sessions. So we go through the manual. Now in the manual, there is a story. And the story is called the baby tree hug. So we pretend that the baby is a tree, and that the hands are the leaves, and the feet are the roots, and the head is the sun, and the trunk is the heart, and the legs are the limbs. And in that story, we guide parents in an adapted filial play therapy model how to provide good caring touch, sometimes corrective experiences of touch with their babies and with their infants. And so we call it a story massage. It's attachment-based type of storytelling. And that's the other half of this play therapy model. One half is the foundations in developmental play therapy and my work and training with Dr. Viola Brody, who was a pioneer in play therapy. The other part of it is the storytelling part. And that is providing a lot of good brain development with the child for that parent to be able to have that eye contact and talk to their baby, and we guide them through a story. So in the training, to me, one of the most exciting parts of it is that we have real live parent volunteers that come to the training. And you are paired up with a parent, with their baby, and you go through the manual with that parent, and there's a lot of upfront information that they have to understand, and so we teach them a little bit about that and the importance of paying attention to the cues and attunement, and you learn in the training about how to facilitate attunement in the sessions. But basically then you get to demonstrate the story massage techniques on a baby doll. We don't touch the baby. We know how important touch is, but we teach that parent how to provide that good caring touch with the baby as we facilitate them in the session. And that's a very exciting time. And just for clarification, I offer FirstPlay therapy for 2 different developmental levels. And the model I've been talking to you today about is FirstPlay Infant Story Massage. The other model is for older children, and that's called FirstPlay Kinesthetic Storytelling, and that's for ages 2, 3, and above. Well, thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, you can certainly contact me, but I'd like for you, if you're interested in learning more, you can go to my website. It's firstplaytherapy.com, and a lot of the questions about what's involved in the certification, all the requirements for that, the fees for the training are there. It is, there are CEUs that for mental health practitioners that are available for all the different disciplines, and then also play therapy credit. I'm a provider through the Association for Play Therapy. Thank you very much for listening, and have a fantastic day, and don't forget to do a FirstPlay activity with yourself today.